let me say something that might sting just a little bit. If you don't have emotional boundaries, then you will always be in an energetic debt. Always. Because every time you let someone else's chaos, fear, heaviness take root in your body, then you are always going to be paying that bill with your energy. And you're going to be depleted. And your account is going to be overdrawn every single time. And you can create your dream life when your spirit is overdrafted, right? Welcome to the channel. I'm Zokai, the modern day priestess. If you are new here, we blend spiritual with the material so that you can create a deliciously luxury life, right? So let's really talk about boundaries. Now, get your notes because you know I have mine, and so let's get into it. So, boundaries aren't just about saying no to people, but they're about protecting your aura, your frequency, and your divine assignment. So, think of yourself like a temple. If everybody just came in lighting their candles, leaving their worries and fears and problems at the altar, leaving their ashes behind, and they just doing their thing, eventually the temple is going to become cluttered. It's going to be heavy. It's probably going to be nasty and a mess, right? So that's what happens when you live without emotional boundaries. You are creating a messy, nasty, heavy temple. And then you end up carrying everyone else's energy, and you don't even notice that you're drowning because you've now normalized this behavior and this feeling. And you've also reprogrammed your nervous system to make you feel like this is safe and this is okay when it's not. So, the truth is, boundaries are spiritual hygiene. I talk about this a lot, but it's something that needs to be reiterated all the time, even if you're not new on your spiritual journey. Sometimes you need that reminder to stay on top of your spiritual hygiene, because without that, your prayers, your manifestations, your beauty rituals, the work that you're doing, it won't be able to work as effectively. It's going to lose its potency because you're working from depletion and not devotion. If you're the ATM and you gave everybody ATM cards, and they're coming and they're making withdrawal after withdrawal after withdrawal everybody just taking money out and nobody's making any deposits, there's going to be nothing left to give to them and definitely nothing left to give to yourself, right? So you want to make sure that you are protecting that energy bank because it's precious. Now, how do you know if you are leaking energy? What are some of the signs? So, one, your mood is going to shift after certain interactions. Like before, you felt fine, but after you have the interaction or the conversation or whatever it is, then after talking to them, usually you're going to feel drained, sad, irritated for no reason. You don't even know what's going on or why you're feeling like that. Or another sign is you start to feel like a sudden heaviness and it just kind of falls on you and in your body. And now you have a headache, you have tension or a weight that you can't explain. Another sign is you start finding yourself obsessing over somebody else's problems and issues like it was your own. That's a surefire way to know that you need stronger boundaries. These are your spiritual, energetic red flags. And I know we're not used to paying attention to red flags and we like to ignore them in other areas of our lives. Hello, okay? But now we have to pay attention. So, let's talk about some basics within boundaries and break it down into micro practices that you can start to implement immediately because we're all about implementation over here. It doesn't matter to know all this information, read all these books, watch all these videos, and then you do nothing. There's no point in that. So you want to recognize your energy versus theirs. So before or after interaction, you want to ask yourself, was I feeling this before? And if not, then you probably know that's something you picking up and that's their shit. That's not yours. We have enough for our own stuff. we don't want to start picking up and carrying, not just picking it up, but now we're carrying it and it's somebody else's. And now we're the bag lady that Erica Badu was singing about. You got to learn to say no without an apology. It's not, I'm sorry, no, or I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that, or I can't do it this time, sorry. No, it's no, I can't. No, I won't. Or just no. Nothing else needs to follow. Hey, Zokai, can you such and such? No. Hey, girl, can you call me as soon as you did it? No. No, I can't. And that's that. Because no is a complete paragraph, it's a complete sentence. And spiritually, every no is a yes to your own soul. And that's what we're focusing on right here. Is us, right? Then you want to practice closing rituals. So after interactions, you want to cleanse your energy. You don't want to take their frequency into your next moment. So do something quick, shake your body, wash your hands under cold water or with salt if you have some salt. I keep little small salt packets in my purse for many reasons. But that's one reason you can do with it. Mix yourself with Florida water, or like I showed you guys in the other video, how to put the hand sanitizer, the Florida water in the hand sanitizer, a quick little cleanse, shake off that so you can move on to your next moment without carrying other people's stuff in, especially for my empaths. It's imperative for y'all. So, y'all know I told y'all about a friend of mine who every time she called me, it was something negative, and I was just like, girl, please stop. Well, I had this other friend, and I don't even know if I could really call her a friend, but that's another video for another day, right? But with her, it was crisis after crisis after crisis, just little fires everywhere. And I'm like, damn, what is up with this girl? Like, why? And I remember asking her, like, why is there always something going on with you? Like, what is really going on with you? And she's just like, oh, and I don't know, my da, da, da. But so anyway, the point is, every time I would speak to her, like my mood would be a wreck. Like I would be just like moody and irritated and just feeling like agitated. And I didn't know why, or I would be distracted a lot of times or just unmotivated to do something. So I decided to do something simple. I told myself, like, listen, this girl problems are not your problems. So when I would interact with her, which started to be very far and few in between because it was just too much every time. It's always something. But afterwards, I started to light a candle and just do like a quick energy closing ritual, to release whatever that was she had going on, seal it off for me so I can move on, with my day. And I noticed that the difference would be night and day. And so I started doing this um, with her, with other friends, because especially if you're a spiritual practitioner, I hope that you're already doing this, cleaning yourself and closing after you have readings and that type of thing. But we don't always think about it when it comes to our friends and our family members. We're just having all these interactions and picking up all the stuff, right? Or at work with coworkers, because they always got some stuff going on, it seems like at work, these coworkers. So these are things that you want to make sure you're doing. When you get home and you get in the car, do something to close it off and seal it up, okay? Because that small boundary shift is going to shift everything else that follows for you. And it's going to change. And it is making you aware also that you need to protect yourself in relationships, in all forms of relationships. Okay, so we're going to do a quick little practice right now. So if you go ahead and close your eyes and then imagine zipping yourself into your own energy bubble, like a cocoon or like a light seal that's going to seal your essence, right? And nothing heavy can get in, and there can be no leaks, no sacred leak outs. And before you leave home tomorrow, you want to do this. It takes 30 seconds to do, but it locks you into your own energy so the world doesn't start to drain you. Now, boundaries are the shield. Okay, so we just talked about that. But grounding is the anchor. And so in the next video, we're going to get into how to do some daily rituals to keep yourself grounded. And that's going to make emotional stability your default setting, because protection without grounding is like only half the spell. So join me for the next gate that we're going to walk through on the next video, and I will see you then. Until next time, stay protected and keep those boundaries in place.